Hey guys, I hope you're having a good day. If you're in Florida, I hope you're not getting beat up too much by Hurricane Ian. I am home today, just trying to stay dry and safe. Thankfully, we only have rain and some pretty good wind, nothing too horrible. So we're praying for everybody up in Middle and North Florida. Hopefully this passes through quickly and everybody can start to get back to life as normal. Fingers crossed for not too much damage. With that being said, I just wanted to go ahead and take a couple minutes to discuss fixed and variable expenses and what the difference is between the two. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jayce and I'm owner and accountant of Hooked Accounting Services. And sorry, I'm doing this on my phone just in case I lose internet. I still have my cellular service, so we're just trying to make this work today. But I'm owner and accountant of Hooked Accounting Services. I provide bookkeeping services to business owners so that they can stay compliant and we can work on making sure you're making the most profit as possible. Because we all want to have successful businesses, and that way we can enjoy life when we're not dealing with hurricanes. So let's get into it. Fixed, we're going to start off by talking about what are our fixed expenses, the fixed variables of your business. These are transactions that happen the same date, same time, and for the same amount every month. So examples of those would be your rent, your telephone expenses. If you're on salary, those payroll expenses are the same each pay period. Some of your subscriptions are going to be fixed costs, right? If you have Gmail, your Google Suite, $12 a month, that'll be the same every month. So those are fixed expenses. If you understand your fixed expenses, this gives you a better idea of the current real life of your business. These are your business habits, and you can really use this as a guide for your spending. So you know what those are every month, you can expect those, and it is what it is. So then we have our variable expenses, and variable expenses are expenses that typically happen every month. They can vary on the time period a little bit, and they can vary in the amount. So let's take a minute and talk about some of those variable expenses. So your utility bill. You have your utility bill every month, or for some every quarter, but the amount varies, right, depending on how much you use. How much electric you use. Is it summertime? That's probably going to go up more, especially in Florida. Wintertime, it may come down a little bit. Water expense just depends on the usage. Some other things, office supplies. Some months you may not need much in office supplies. Other months, hey, we are low on paper, we're low on pens, we need to order some supplies. That doesn't necessarily mean it's every other month. It doesn't mean it's every quarter. Office supplies just depend on usage, so that varies. You can also notice your spending on meals, dinners with clients. That is definitely a variable expense. Now keep in mind things like meals, that's a very touchy subject when it comes to bookkeeping. So just because you get coffee every morning doesn't mean that's a business deduction. That's a personal expense. If you take a client out for a meeting and you have dinner or coffee, then that would be a deductible business expense. So it's only for business purposes are your meal expenses. And of course those will vary. You may be so caught up in clients and doing, what you have that you're not doing a lot of meals. Or maybe you're in a big recruiting of client phase in your business. So your meals may increase some during that time. So if you realize what some of those variable costs are, you can do things to minimize the cost. Think about your personal life. Your FPL bill is really high. So you may notice when lights are left on. You may want to turn the lights off more often if you're not in a room. Your electric bill, definitely in Florida, it goes up during the summer. So maybe you'll get a thermostat for when you leave the house. It'll bring the temperature up a little bit so the AC isn't running as much. So just like we do in our personal life, think of those things when it comes to your business. Are you leaving your office lights on? Should you be doing as many meals out with clients? Can you buy office supplies in bulk? That'll help save some money as well. So take those personal finance habits and practices that you use at home and apply those to your business. It'll help you bring down your expenses, which will increase your profit, which will not only help your business, but then will then in turn help you on your return on investment. So those are important ways to use your fixed and variable expenses to your benefit, and to understand those is important. If you have a grasp on how those are affecting your business and ways to maybe bring down your expenses, ways to budget yourself, those will help you in what we talked about before, which is forecasting. If you can estimate what those expenses may be, if you can see a percentage of variation in your variable costs, you will then be able to create an accurate forecast. You want to make sure when you're forecasting, though, don't overestimate your expenses. You want to give yourself some room in case of emergencies or things that come up that you're not expecting. So we definitely want to give ourselves a buffer. But when you give yourself that buffer, if you see you're not meeting that exact number, don't say, oh, we need to spend this money because we have room. You have room for emergencies. If you meet those numbers, you're not going to be as making much of a profit. If you're under the numbers on your supplies or on your utilities, that's increased income. Remember, your income is minus your expenses. So the less expenses you have, the more income you have, thus the bigger return on investment you have, right? It's all about that ROI, your return on investment. So those are just a couple things. I know this isn't fun stuff to do necessarily, but it is necessary for you to do in order to make sure you're profitable and getting the most out of your business. Create good spending habits. The more you do it, the more you think about it, the more you're aware of your spending or how you can save, the easier it'll be. It'll become second nature to be very aware of your spending habits. And again, just relate your business to your personal finances. The ways you may save at home may help you save at your business. So I hope this helps in giving you some ideas on how to save, making you aware of the difference between fixed and variable assets. Remember, fixed are the same every month, the same day, same amount. Variable, they change from month to month, quarter to quarter, but they're expenses that you're going to incur. Of course, there's other expenses that'll be thrown in there, which you'll be able to forecast just on your historical data with your business transactions. So we just want to make sure we have the best bottom line as possible, know where your money is going, and that'll all help you be successful in your business and be the most profitable you can be. If you need help updating your bookkeeping or just keeping up with your books, I would be happy to help you if that's something you're interested in. If you have more questions regarding variable and fixed expenses, feel free to leave a comment below or send me a personal message. You can also visit me at Hooked Accounting Services, LLC on Facebook. That's my business page. It has all of my content and all of my contact information as well. So I'd be happy to help you with anything you may need, provide some helpful information. If that's all you're looking for, that's awesome as well. We can jump on a call together. And while you're there, if you would like my Facebook business page and share with your peers and family and friends, I'd greatly appreciate it. The more people I can help by giving them this weekly information, the better it is for everybody. We all network, we're all working to help one another and make these dreams of ours come true. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free again to reach out. If you have any topics you would like me to discuss in the future, I'd be happy to hear those as well. And just once again, I hope that everybody in Florida is staying safe. They weathered the storm well. And I hope to see everybody here next week trying to get back to a little normalcy after this crazy week of Hurricane Ian. So stay safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.